John, you've had a little bit of time to reflect on this game. Tough one for Waterford.
It was, I expected a tough game. Um, People were making a lot about the fact that they'd gone to extra time in Europe on Thursday. To be honest, I didn't want that to happen, but it did happen because people then have the presumption that they're going to be shattered and they're not going to be able to raise a leg. And I know that I've been involved in football for a long, long time. And once players get to the game, you don't feel the tiredness. You're buoyed by getting through the next round of Europe. They're a good team, and they showed they're a good team. They're not in the game in the first half. We made a couple of really good chances early on. Didn't take them, conceded a really poor goal from our perspective. We're counting on them, we let them counter on us. And it's too simple, played through straight through the middle. We're trying to play offside, which we don't do. And we got punished, and we matched them in the first half. We came out in the second half, and the first 25 minutes we were terrible, and they were good. Now, whether we were terrible because they were good, or they were good because we were terrible, that's a matter of conjecture. But it certainly wasn't a team that I know, and not that set of lads that I know. We looked as though we were the ones who'd had a long trip and we'd played extra time. We looked leggy. We didn't look seem to okay and get going. Then we got on top and had a couple of good chances. Didn't score, and then we went to sleep from a set play, and as we were making a sub to try and go for it and go with an attacking option, we had the lads ready to come on. And unfortunately, certain individuals have gone to sleep in the set play. They know the jobs, they didn't do them, and they scored. From their point of view, a good goal, but a really poor goal from our point of view. Someone side footing the ball in from 8 yards. But there's got to be winners and losers in football, and I'm not one of these who's going to try and hide behind excuses. No excuses tonight. They were better than us on the night, and the balance of the whole game. Marginally better, I'd say. Not dramatically better. The fact that we haven't tested their goalkeeper is very, very frustrating for me. We haven't had a shot on their goal. We've had a couple of really good opportunities. Coleman won the second half. Could have been a bit more composed. It's a great block by the lad, but he could have slipped Mack in, or he could have kept going himself. Tommy's head at the near post, that can go anywhere. It can hit anybody and go in. It could fall to Podge the tap in. But it hasn't. And so, yeah, you can say we were unlucky, but on the balance of the play, if you don't have any shots on their goal, you can't expect to score, for one. And two, I thought the quality of our crossing was woeful. And that's being kind. We must have put 7 or 8 right into the keeper's hands under no pressure. I thought Josh, when he came on, put a few decent crosses in, which was pleasing. But in the main, when we got into good areas, we were wasteful. We were guilty of giving them the ball back. When we had 4 or 5 passes similar to the Galway game, we looked as though we were going to hurt them, but we weren't ready enough to have 3 or 4 passes. We were giving the ball away cheaply, miscontrolling the ball, passes were off. And, it's one of them nights that, you wish you could start again, but you can't. And, we've got a massive game next week now that we've got to focus on. And, it's the disruption of playing on a Sunday now, disrupts all your week, but, that's part and parcel of the game. But I know we can play better than what we did tonight.